heart of a community. And so we're leveraging that by creating space for human services to be delivered directly to a hardworking but struggling population of Benton Heights.
Britton says they've finished the brand new building that now has 32 Maytag washers and dryers donated by the Whirlpool Foundation. It took a lot of work, he says, to get to this point.
It's been a lot of work, but in other ways, I felt so encouraged by the way the community has rallied around us and rallied behind this project. This project would not be if it weren't for all these community stakeholders and partners who've helped support it.
Britton says planning for the center started before COVID. When COVID hit, costs started rising. That made the task of completing the facility all the harder. The ribbon cutting and grand opening will be May 16 at 5:30 p.m. at the center, located at 2121 Red Arrow Highway in Benton Heights. Britton is hoping the center can help spur additional development in that area. And one more, hundreds of people will be at the St. Joe High School Dickinson Stadium this Friday.
Ooh,
you know why?
No.
It's for the 66th annual Rotary Club of St. Joseph Benton Harbor track meet.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, they're going to be going fast. The event was started in 1958 as a way for track teams from throughout Berrien County to compete with each other and prepare for state matches. The Rotary's Renee Bora tells us that the atmosphere is always exciting.
Oh, it's energetic. It's so fun. We get a lot of support from the community to come and watch the kids, and all the kids get along with everybody else, and they're all excited to be that. I think everyone that runs track knows about the Rotary Track Meet, and it's a big deal. And so there's a lot of energetic people there, and we get a lot of volunteers that want to help, and we just have a lot of fun.
The track meet is one of the biggest in Michigan. It will feature track teams from 17 schools. 5 place medals and 3 $2,000 scholarships will be awarded. And this year's track meet will also include a food drive.
Nice.
So everyone is asked, if you attend, please bring along some canned goods for the food drive. It starts at 4:30 in the afternoon at the St. Joe High School Dickinson Stadium. It'll run through about, so to speak, through about 9 p.m. And the cost to get in is $5 for adults and $2 for students. And don't forget, if you come along, just bring some canned goods as well for the food drive.
Nice.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
All right. And coming up here in just a little bit, we'll catch you up with sports. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the nation and the world with ABC News.
Oh, I think you moved the mouse.
I moved the mouse.
Why did you move the mouse?
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston on the campus of UCLA right now. A warning from the Los Angeles Police Department.
I'm Captain Galen Gibson.
And then
so program aux.
Then here is an aux 1.
I got to do that.
Yep.
That's a lot of buttons.
Dude, yeah. And I think, I don't know if I told you or you may have muted the audio on the other computer because people couldn't hear us in the beginning, but I fixed it while you were talking.
Oh, thanks.
So. I know.
Oh, see, I had those things muted.
Oh, yeah. You don't mute that one.
I don't mute that one.
That one, the one that says WSJM Studio, don't mute that one. So.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody that's watching on our live stream. We are, Ken's getting the crash course again because I'm taking the day off tomorrow. So we should rotate. I think a regular rotation to get us familiar with both things.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I got about 18 years of experience on that thing. And you've got, a year or so of, but you don't even use a totally different one in the other room.
I've used a bunch of different boards.
So this board here, though, you got
my first board.
Was it a turn dial?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it had pots on it.
Would you have to,
also known as potentiometers?
Did you have to operate by candlelight?
It was candle operated. Candle operated, and there was a hamster in the back, and he was running on a wheel.
Pump it up.
No, it was funny because the first station I worked at was practically brand new. Everything in it was brand new because it was a brand new radio station.
Right. In 1992.
And the let's see. Yeah. No, so it was a satellite station. And so all they had was the satellite receiver, the Optimod, and the board.
Oh, wow.
And we just dropped in local news, weather, and there's no traffic because it's a town of 3,500. So
when I worked out east, there was we did traffic reports, and there was like two major highways. I mean, yes, they would get busy at like 4 o'clock when everything was going, but man, it was like, oh, we're gonna do your afternoon traffic report, and it's like things are moving pretty good on this highway, and then on this highway, it's pretty good. It's like that was it.
But then after that first board, then I went back to an older board, which was handmade by the engineer.
Oh, fun.
And then I went to a different radio station, and that board was handmade by an engineer.
Wow.
And there was a picture right next to it from like 1952 of the same board.
Oh, wow.
They had just kept it clean and kept replacing things as they needed it.
We need more of that. We need
The
more
durable stuff.
One, we need more of those engineers that are good at that tinkering and that building, because I got a buddy that he's a tech nerd. So anybody that is tech nerds and loves to tinker with things, this is cool. He found an old turn dial. Yeah, an old turn dial board.
Oh, sorry. I did that to you too.
You did.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, see?
Sorry, we're running low on time here.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, I've got like a few seconds. Hold that story.
Wait, don't we have Always Learning with Barry and Reese?
Oh, is that dropping in?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
Let me look. Let me look.
He's checking real quick.
Yep. Yeah, that'll roll right into that. So you're good.
You're sure? Oh, there it is right there.
See?
Okay, now I see it.
Right there. Right.
Yeah.
Here.
What I'm looking at, because you can't see all the way behind the scenes, is the program that has all the different spots that we are not doing live.
It's called the automation.
The automation. Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
I'm still in teacher mode because yesterday I was teaching students.
How'd that go? This is in New Buffalo.
It's going.
Yeah.
I would say it's making progress. We're making major progress. What I have found, which, by the way, I'll get back to that board building thing in just a little bit. But what I have found is that teenagers, and I'm sure, because I think your son was watching at one point, he's not a teenager. Stuart's not a teenager anymore, right?
He is a teenager. 20s? No, he'll be turning 20 soon.
20 soon. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that there is a lot of confidence in those teenagers.
Yeah.
And
that's good though, right?
It is good, but
too much confidence.
It almost like when I was talking and teaching yesterday, I found that the kids were struggling to pay attention to what I was doing, or they were just kind of like nodding their head, like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
This is still all fairly new to some of these kids. So I said, all right, you guys feel confident in this? So if next week I put you guys live on the air and you're going to do all these different things, they said, yep, I think we'll be fine. I said, all right, we'll put it to the test. We'll see how it works.
What did you actually teach them? What did they have to learn?
I taught them about proper board operation, how the automation and all the other stuff, the technical side of things.
Don't turn the board off.
Don't turn the radio off. And that was the reason I did the teaching on that, because the other day somebody turned the radio station off. And it was off for like 20 minutes.
Oh, my.
Not cool. Not good. Glad I didn't get any calls from the FCC. But
did anyone fess up for who did that?
No.
Yeah.
No. I said, yeah, this one right here. Don't ever turn that off. But no, they said they feel really confident in it and they feel really good about it. But I taught them about that, the technical side of stuff. And then we talked about content. And the content that they're creating. And they have different groups that do different things. One will do like news and sort of tech related pop culture news stuff. Some will do sports, and some will do some other things. And so I talked to them about how to structure that properly, and an order of where things should be, and then how you sort of script all that stuff. And I said, the great part about it, in radio, you don't have to memorize stuff, but you do need to be familiar with what you're talking about.
That's true.
And so they said, oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, we're going to put you to the test. You're going to do it live on the radio next week. So
what are they going to be required
the sports guys are going to, the great part about the sports guys that I talked with, there's 3 of them. They're all on the baseball team.
Okay.
So I said, what I simply want you to do is recap the baseball game in a short amount of time. And then, what's coming up. But in the 3 people kind of share the script and let it flow together.
That's a good target.
Yeah. Because I was like, you could talk about Major League Baseball, you could talk about the NBA playoffs, things like that. But I said, let's go hyper local here and talk about what's going on that you guys are doing. And of course they have perfect perspective because they're on the team.
And hopefully they don't curse on the air.
They will not. Because if they curse, they're out of the classroom.
Do you think you're a good teacher?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm a great teacher.
Okay.
I've taught many people over the years. Do you think I'm a good teacher? Do
Well,
you think I'm teaching you well?
I think you're teaching me very well.
Okay.
Because it's very much a hands-on type of experience. People learn in different ways, and until you really get in there, you don't know what you don't know.
And that's what I usually try to do when I ask people that I train in anything is, how do you learn? Do you learn by just me telling you how to do it? Learn by watching me do it?
Yeah.
Or is it a combination? Do you like to just jump right in and try it?
That's actually, I wonder, for parents and grandparents, teaching your kids or grandkids to understand how they learn best can help them get somewhere a lot faster.
Yeah, because I'm more of a kinesthetic learner.
Okay.
I
You
got
like hands-on.
I have to hands-on. I have to learn by doing, and I usually associate motions and things like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's why I talk with my hands. But I think that helped me with theater. Like, I can't sit down and read a script and have it fully memorized, ready to go.
I don't know how people do that.
It takes a lot of work to try and do that. But what makes it easier for me to memorize is when I associate it with movement. So if I do what's called blocking of the stuff on stage and I'm using the script, I memorize it way faster. So
Speaking of teachers, though, you familiar with 9 Inch Nails?
Oh yeah.
The University of Michigan School of Music, Theater, and Dance
I saw this.
has announced that Chris Vrenna is going to he's joining the Department of Performing Arts Technology as an assistant professor next fall.
That'll be cool.
How fun is that?
Now,
Do you think he still connects to the college kids?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Now, is he? I know, because 9 Inch Nails and Trent Reznor especially, they really work on a lot of the electronic type stuff.
Sure.
And
Industrial rock.
And they invented a lot of different stuff and technology. Was he into that stuff, or was he just a drummer?
He is a Grammy award-winning musician, producer, engineer, remixer, composer, and music technology person.
So yeah, he's going to teach them a lot. I think 9 Inch Nails still relevant to those young people, but also to the technology. He's still up on all that stuff.
I mean, it's basically he's the kind of material you would see in a master class, and pay a lot of money for. And of course, University of Michigan, you'll pay some money. So he is also been the drummer for Gnarls Barkley,
nice,
and Guns N' Roses, and he's remixed and or programmed for numerous artists, including U2, Rob Zombie, Weezer, Evanescence, and Hole.
Oh,
Courtney Love.
Yeah.
So
wow.
So they're very excited to have him. He said his father is a Michigan alumnus.
Now, and that's what I wonder, is how much he'll actually be in the classroom.
I thought you were going to ask how much he gets paid.
Well, I don't think that really. I wonder.
I feel like he's going to be in the classroom a lot.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, because that's a very hands-on thing. I mean, how long do you lecture about it? I guess you lecture and show some theory behind the sound waves and such, and beats and mixing them all together.
Because I know Matthew McConaughey teaches at
Bongo,
the University of Texas.
Oh, what's he teach? Acting?
Theater.
Okay. Okay. And
then there's some Broadway, like Sutton Foster is a huge Broadway star. She teaches down at Ball State University, where Brett Wachowski used to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ball State.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you have those people that have very busy schedules, either musicians or actors and all that, I just always wonder, like, how much in the classroom are they going to be?
Yeah.
Is it one of those short courses,
right,
where it's like, all right, this is on Wednesdays for 8 weeks, but it's high intensity?
They say he's going to play a central role in restructuring their core undergraduate recording curriculum and in introducing new courses in sound design for film and video games.
Okay.
Yeah. So I may just go enroll.
I honestly,
I mean, I've got one of my sons going to UM for business. I'll just go and take some of these classes.
Could your son take that as an elective?
I'm going to encourage him to
take at least one class.
He's really into the music making.
Yeah,
he loves that stuff. Got a couple of boards,
and they got a fantastic music department over there in Michigan. It's just getting better, so that's cool.
Yeah, so maybe he'll have Trent Reznor come by.
I'm sure. I'm sure he'll get him and any of the other bandmates or any other people that he's known.
Yeah. Rob Zombie.
Because who's the other guy in Gnarls Barkley? Is it Danger Mouse?
I have
something Mouse, I think. Is
Dead Mouse?
I think it's
is him in there?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll look that up. I think it's Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse.
There's Danger Mouse, and
maybe it's Mighty Mouse.
There's Danger Mouse, and then there's
or underdog. Could be underdog.
Could be underdog. Yeah. Because Gnarls Barkley, I believe, is a super group. Duo,
okay.
Super duo.
Oh, that makes sense. Thanks for joining us on the video live stream. Hey, Teresa's back. Hey, Teresa.
Hey.
Good to see you. I think we've got Carla there. Is that right?
Yep. Carla and the folks from Pray Southwest Michigan head into the band shell because they've got their a National Day of Prayer going on.
We have 3 mice over here.
3 mice. No, there's 2 mice.
Oh. And there's Stuart there. Can't hear.
Yep.
Sorry, Stuart.
Sorry, Stuart.
That was me. Stuart,
he messes with you. When we had audio issues a while back, he's like, Dad, that was no good.
Well, it's not only during the show where he has these little polite comments. It's after the show we talk on the phone.
Okay.
And oh my God, he lays into me every single time.
Oh, I bet.
Former president was in Michigan yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And I wonder if he's going to have to serve some jail time because he came off of getting found in contempt of court.
Right. Fined what, $9 grand or something?
Yeah,
like that?
$1,000 for each instance. And the judge said, I'm considering incarceratory time for you because this $1,000 per penalty doesn't seem to be affecting you.
Sure.
So he came to Michigan and went to Wisconsin yesterday for political campaign rallies. And he said, as you might expect, I'm not allowed to talk about this case. The judge is crooked and conflicted. So he did exactly what the judge told him not to do. He talked peripherally about the case and called the judge himself crooked and conflicted from the podium in Michigan. So as we talked about yesterday, I think Michigan's going to play another role in this case. But I don't even know how that works.
No.
If he's being tried in New York and he does something in Michigan, but it ends up on social media.
It's a good question.
I mean, the judge just has to be champing at the bit going, all right, I told him, and I said jail time.
The rules said you can't talk about this case. It didn't say, like, you can't talk about this case within the borders of New York.
Well, I mean, but still.
So, I mean, he's.
I think we've got to get back on the air here.
Yeah, what do we got?
Here. Hang on just a second.
Here we go.
We're focused. Our staff is friendly and happy to see you. We remember your name. It's a great community to be a part of.
Visit SturgisBank.com to meet the commercial lending team here to help hometown businesses. Sturgis Bank. Let's grow home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Celebrate 10 years of Plank's Tavern on the Water and the Inn at Harbor Shores in St. Joe with a special anniversary celebration where you get the anniversary gifts. Enjoy 10 days of celebrations May 1st through the 10th, including $10 burger and beer specials on Wednesday, May 1st, a special preview night for the season opening of the Plank's Tiki Bar on Thursday, May 2nd, wine flight specials inside Rise and Vine on Friday, May 3rd, May the 4th be with you, and Kentucky Derby drink specials on Saturday, May 4th, $10 nachos, tacos, or margaritas on Sunday, May 5th, a social media giveaway contest on Monday, May 6th, a Tiki Tuesday preview party.
Nose up. Yeah, there we go. See, I told you, man. It's a lot of stuff, and you always give me crap when I'm accidentally not click one of the 7,000 buttons that I have to click.
But if the former president is found in contempt again and is incarcerated for a period of time, because you've seen, I mean, you're in contempt of court, you're going to go to the clink,
right?
And then just lead them off right then and there. The Secret Service has already held meetings and started planning for what to do if the former president were to be held in contempt in his criminal case.
Yeah.
The ABC News talked with people who wouldn't go on the record, but they told them off the record, here's what we're doing. They said they have their role is to protect the former president, and they will do it wherever and whenever and wherever he is.
Yeah, and that's got to be tough for those folks that are doing the Secret Service, because, like, I mean, obviously, not only the courtroom, they got to get him to the courtroom,
in, out, all that stuff during
all that. Wow.
Yeah. But then in jail, how does that work?
I'm not sure.
Do they have to be inside the bars with him?
I mean, there's never been a president that has gone to jail. that I know of.
No.
So, or former president that has gone to jail. So this is uncharted territory for the Secret Service.
Officials don't necessarily believe that the judge will put Trump in a holding cell in the courthouse, but they are planning for contingencies. So what that says to me is maybe they'll find some other suitable location where
House
they can
arrest
house,
kind of thing,
kind of
maybe.
a house arrest type
Yeah.
thing.
It'll
Or maybe
be
a
interesting.
hotel. Maybe they'll put him up at a Howard Johnson's.
Not a Trump hotel?
Not a Trump hotel. It's like,
Ah.
you will not be at one of your own hotels. We want to make this uncomfortable for you.
That makes sense.
Let's see. Is the Bloomberg Market Minute doing anything?
Is it playing?
I don't think so. Well, no, is it? Yeah,
Could
it looks
be.
like it's playing.
Take a listen to it.
All right. Yeah, it's playing.
Okay.
But why isn't it advancing on the thing?
I don't know.
Huh. All right. Well, we're going to
So-
come back here in a minute, so
Yeah.
be right back.
Instacart's paid members get Comcast's Peacock streaming service. Elon Musk's Tesla job cuts are reaching all the way to the ranks of the interns. The company is rescinding offers just weeks before internships were set to begin. Last month, Musk announced that Tesla would slash its headcount by more than 10%. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
All these buttons.
I know, right?
Why didn't that thing happen?
I don't know.
I got to find the mouse.
You got to find the mouse.
Anyway.
You got the mouse?
Well, we found the ant earlier.
You got
Well,
seven,
actually, we lost the ant again.
we got 7 Mises over there.
Thanks for listening to the WSJM Morning Show. Hopefully, you can hear everything. I think we've got it
Absolutely.
right now.
Yeah, you're good. You're
okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We good?
I think so.
And if you're enjoying the behind the scenes exclusive content on the video live stream, so much the better. If you want to do that, just check it out on Facebook, X, or Twitter.
You can see the sweat trickling down Ken's forehead.
sweating.
I know.
Look at
I'm
that.
kidding. I'm
No.
kidding. You're doing
I'm just
great.
nonchalantly thinking, why can't I do this easier?
You know, this is the funny thing is I've been doing this stuff for a very long time, and then you go over there for a couple times, and you're like, you know what? This is how it should be.
Yeah, let's change this.
Maybe we should do this instead.
Wouldn't that be easier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's going to be a beautiful day today. You might feel a little bit of sweat trickling down your forehead because it is going to be nice and warm. 80 today.
That's gonna be beautiful.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, gorgeous one.
Tonight's solid as well. Some rain, some thunderstorms possible, but a small chance for that happening with a low down to 60. And then heading into the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 70 to low 70s.
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. Only a slim chance of rain
Yeah.
throughout. So, and as you told us earlier today, because
Mm-hmm.
you were out at Barbets yesterday,
I was.
the head of Barbets, was it Andy?
Andy
told you that it's probably okay to plant right now.
Yeah, because it's of course been unseasonably warm. We had a not as super cold, frozen ground winter.
Yeah.
So he said soil temperature's solid.
Yep.
And then overall temperature, lows and frost.
Frost danger
possibilities.
is low.
Yeah, very low.
Low to non-existent.
Mhm.
Because typically you want to wait till Mother's Day.
Yep.
Which is May 12th this year.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, nah, don't worry about it. Plant now.
Said the 10-day forecast looks solid. So he said, I would be okay with planting. He said, we're going to put some stuff in the ground. So you should too.
So if you've got some extra time this weekend and a hankering to get your garden planted, do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm looking here. If I hit the next button, am I going to do local news?
You hit the play button.
If I hit that button?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to hit that button.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Good morning. Here are some of the stories that we're covering for you today. A Lincoln Township man is facing charges after a meth bust earlier this week. The Southwest Enforcement Team, also known as SWET, the Detective Lieutenant Evan Hogger, tells us officers searched a home in the 1800 block of Fox Prairie in the Fox Crossing subdivision after receiving tips about an alleged open drug sale operation occurring there. During the search of a residence, SWET says officers found nearly an ounce of crystal meth, a digital scale, and other drug paraphernalia. The 51-year-old man who was arrested was taken to Berrien County Jail on charges of possession with intent to deliver methamphetamine and maintaining a drug house. Both charges are second offenses for the suspect. And Hauger says the fact that this happened in a nice neighborhood probably helped catch the suspect. Neighbors were very alert and attuned to what was going on there. So they called police, and now that person is in jail. We'll tell you more about that coming up at 8 o'clock. The Berrien County Board of Commissioners has approved a new 3-year contract with full-time employees of the Berrien County Sheriff's Department, represented by the Police Officer Labor Council. Berrien County Sheriff Chuck Hite tells us the contract provides for an 8% pay increase in 2024, 6% pay increase in 2025, and a 5% increase in 2026 for deputies and sergeants. And Lake Michigan College will hold its annual WAVE Awards for Excellence in High School Musical Theater. That's coming up May 22nd at the Mendel Center Jenkins Theater. LMC Arts and Science Dean Christopher Zook tells us they started the event to honor all the hardworking students in theater programs throughout Southwest Michigan. This is pretty much like their Tony Awards program. And
I like it.
They've got a lot of schools to recognize, a lot of young people getting involved in theater and doing a lot of hard work. So we'll tell you more about that at 8 o'clock and how you can see that as well.
All right.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Got a lot of stuff coming up here in just a little bit. We'll talk more about that United Healthcare hack.
We'll talk about the hack because a lot more people were affected, and the CEO came clean about how it all unfolded.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get to that. And what else, Ken?
Well, we'll have our state news from the Michigan News Network, sports, and a whole lot more.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher. Former President Donald Trump addressed
Looking good over there. It's looking good. It's looking good.
All right.
How's everybody doing this morning?
I might just put nail polish on some of these buttons here.
Nail polish?
Well, just something to raise it up a little bit.
So
I can just visually see it.
So you know which ones to push?
Just bump, 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 bump.
Okay. Yeah, it's I do it so many times that it's just I don't really pay attention to it because I'm just like boop, 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 boop. And when something's out of place, that's when it gets screwed up because I'm in such of those irregular motions. It's like beep, beep, boop, bop. Then I blame it on somebody else.
I'm sorry that you missed the dinner last night. That was fun.
Yeah, I think I got invited and I was busy, so I didn't RSVP or anything because I knew that I had this other event with the Green Thumb giveaway. So,
but out at Grainer Farm, KitchenAid Senior PGA, Brandon Haney was out there.
Yeah,
Deb O'Connor from Whirlpool,
nice,
and others. Abra Behrens was hosting us at Grainer Farm. She's the head chef out there and helped found the program of the restaurant. And it was fascinating. It was fascinating.
Veggie choices?
Great veggie choices. I mean, obviously the asparagus. And if you want to read the full article, we'll talk a little bit more about it in our Moody on the Market update coming up around 7:50. But yeah, it's delicious. So the greenhouse doubles as the restaurant at Grainer Farm. And at Grainer Farm, they grow a lot of their own goods. They also use what they don't grow, they use from other area farms. And their philosophy is they also are unafraid to bring in resources from outside of the area, outside of the United States. Like Parmesan cheese, they want the best, they're going to get it from Italy. But they're going to find the best way that it gets here that's more sustainable. So it's pretty much a holistic, sustainable, no compromise type operation. And they put a lot of deep thought into everything they do.
Is it a boatload of Parmesan? Do they do it
I
by
hope
boat?
so. It's probably a boat. They say low emission.
Low emission.
Maybe they find a school kid from the United States who's going to Italy and say, "Hey, here's a couple of bucks. Bring me back a wheel of cheese."
I was thinking, my thought was more of like a kite or a balloon.
Oh, yeah, a balloon would be interesting.
You tie some Parmesan to a balloon. And then you just fly it over.
That is a great idea. And as you get over the cheesemongers, you cut one of the wheels off every time.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just keep going up.
Like a hot air balloon, and it's just dropping cheese to all the different countries. That's what my thought. That's where my brain went.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You like Parmesan cheese?
I do like Parmesan cheese.
You ever have like a piece of the wheel? Like the big rind part?
Yeah. Big sliver thing of it. Yeah.
What I want, one of my dreams is to get a wheel of Parmesan cheese where they use the flame torch, and they warm it up and then they throw the pasta in there and toss it around.
They did that. Susan Matheny from Barron Community Foundation, she had gone to one, I think it was at Planks. They did a special cheese pasta thing.
Man.
And she said, I'm looking forward to that. She said, I've been waiting for this all month. She's like, it's going to be amazing. And I said, so jealous.
All right, because I'm in training and this is exclusive content, I'm going to ask you an exclusive question. We've got the sports going right now.
Yep.
And then it says stop set. So those are all the commercials that'll play before our next.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like I've got a live spot coming up here.
Let me see.
It looks like that. Well, you have it over there, but come on.
No,
over.
I don't have it over here.
Oh, right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, fine. I'll do it.
Then you can do that.
I'll do it. I'll do it live.
You know, I'm looking at my email.
Who did that?
I was invited. That was Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's right. He was angry.
He said something else besides the do it live.
Oh,
but,
no.
you can't say it.
Thank
here.
goodness.
Yeah, I was invited to that dinner yesterday. I'm looking at my email. I was like, I swear I saw that somewhere. Yeah, I was in. It said, "Let us know if anybody else is coming." And
very nice.
I did not respond to that.
Yeah, so there was a tiramisu at the end.
Ooh, nice.
Which tiramisu is kind of like bouillabaisse. There are a million different ways to prepare it, and everyone likes to have their own take on it. This one had, I think, to me, it felt like a buckwheat pancake as the separation layer.
Really?
Yeah, and it was
not the ladyfingers.
No,
huh?
Not ladyfingers. Buckwheat pancake, and they grow the buckwheat right there.
Did it add more flavor?
I
to
loved it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was really good. But then they also have
that's really dense too with some buckwheat.
No,
in there.
it was light and moist because they had soaked it in. Probably they've got a distillery out there right there. It's like a
They have their own
1,000
brandy.
Well, it's 1,000-liter still.
Okay.
And they have something, and I couldn't figure out the name of it, but it's like a liqueur. They're very proud of it,
lovely.
and it's a great aperitif.
Ooh.
So they serve that with the tiramisu.
Nice.
I actually enjoyed some bitter Italian soda.
Ooh,
which was good.
That's cool.
Huh. All right, we doing
sounds
something
like a
here?
Pinky's Out event. Maybe I shouldn't have gone.
I mean, there were
Glad I didn't go.
golf shirts. I actually texted Pat Moody because he was there too, and said, "Pat, am I wearing a jacket tonight?" He said, "No, you doof."
Well, you never know because
I never know.
Because I've been to garden parties before, and
You've been to a garden party?
I've been to a garden party. Went to a garden party.
Hanging out with all my old friends.
I went to one, and yeah, I was just like you. I was not sure what I was supposed to wear.
Right.
Because the one I hosted one.
Okay.
Where I was
you hosted
the
a garden
MC.
party where you didn't know what to wear?
Exactly.
Okay.
And yeah.
Oh, host as an MC.
I was an MC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta get back to this.
No,
stuff.
my garden parties, I don't wear anything.
Hang on.
Person, about 40% of their income comes from Social Security. So most people actually need more than that to live on, and that's where we're able to help sometimes walk them through, what it looks like in their retirement.
Thanks, Tom Austin. Advisory services offered by Capital Asset Advisory Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
The Back to the Backyard giveaway is here. 94.9 WSJM and Great Lakes Pondscapes, with support from Colby's Landscape Supplies and Scottdale True Value, are giving you a chance to win an amazing prize package of new patio furniture, bonfire pit, Weber grill, and a backyard fountain. Go to WSJM.com, sign up for our daily emails, and we'll let you know about upcoming registration dates and everything you need to know about the Back to the Backyard giveaway. Presented by Great Lakes Pondscapes, with support from Colby's Landscape Supplies, Scottdale True Value, and 94.9 WSJM.
Some internet providers offer a fast connection, others a reliable one, a few a local support team. Midwest Energy and Communications offers all three, exclusively for rural southern Michigan residents. That's the MEC difference. Experience the most reliable, fastest type of internet connection available. Work, learn, game, and stream video as much as you want with unlimited data, no interruptions or slowdowns, and a local support team. Visit Midwest Energy and Communications at teammidwest.com/internet to learn more and check your eligibility.
Hey, it's Ken Lundberg from the WSJM Morning Show. Most people hear professional hearing services and they think about hearing devices. And not only do they have hearing devices at Dr. Caseworm's Professional Hearing Services, they have the professional staff to support those devices. Studies show that the average person goes about 7 years after they first start noticing hearing loss. 7 years before getting professional treatment. That means you have less quality of life because you're not getting that clear hearing experience that you need, that you love, that your friends and family expect from you. Don't compromise the quality of your relationships, your career, and your life. You don't have to miss the clear sounds of life. Contact Dr. Caseworm's Professional Hearing Services for more information. They have, as I said, the trained medical professionals to support you during your transition to a hearing device. Again, when people suffer hearing loss, it's not the whole gamut. It's often just certain frequencies. The professionals at Dr. Caseworm's Professional Hearing Services can tune your hearing device to compensate for the lost frequencies and help you reclaim that clear hearing experience that you might be missing. Call Dr. Caseworm's Professional Hearing Services today. After all, how much is good hearing worth?
From ABC News Tech Trends, recent reports indicate Apple may be scaling back production of its $3,500 mixed reality headset, the Vision Pro.
I think from various reports, it hasn't been going super well for Apple.
Engadget's Devindra Hardawar says analysts had expected Apple to make 700,000 Vision Pros for 2024. Now that number is closer to 400,000 units. Bloomberg also reports that demand is down for in-store demonstrations of the device. But Hardawar says we shouldn't be surprised.
Honestly, from my reviewing, that's to be expected. This is not a device that was positioned or priced or targeted at mainstream consumers, and it was never going to be a hot seller.
Rather, the Vision Pro is what the tech community calls a developer special.
Apple wants to target these things to developers that will build things for it. So it doesn't matter if it's a huge seller or not. What matters is, will the people who can actually make cool Vision Pro apps actually start to use this and start thinking about it as a marketplace?
With Tech Trends, I'm Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
The Omaha Steaks Spring Sale is the perfect time to get fired up for spring grilling. Head over to omahasteaks.com and save on all your favorites or discover something new. Plus, when you use promo code QUALITY at checkout, you'll get an extra $30 off your order. With 50% site-wide, you're going to want to hurry before the sale ends. Go to omahasteaks.com. Don't forget to use promo code QUALITY to get an extra $30 off at checkout. Minimum order may be required.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Partly sunny skies today, breezy and warm. We're going to see high temperatures around 75 degrees along the lakeshore, near 80 inland. We do have a chance of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially this afternoon and this evening. Overnight tonight, still that chance of rain and a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow with a high back near 70. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
It's the morning show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Here we go.
Okay. We're going to have your Moody on the Market update in just a few minutes. But so far, you're listening to the WSJM morning show. And I thought we'd talk a little bit about United Health Group.
Yeah, they had gotten hacked how long ago?
February.
Okay.
Yeah, February they were hacked. And the CEO has been on the hot seat, including at the U.S. Senate. They held a hearing to talk a little bit more about what happened. And CEO Andrew Whitty confirmed for the first time that the company paid a $22 million ransom.
Wow.
To the hackers who breached its subsidiary Change Healthcare and caused widespread fallout across the healthcare sector. He testified before the U.S. Senate Committee on Finance. They said that they paid a ransom, $22 million transfer on Bitcoin's blockchain. And the decision to pay the ransom, Whitty says, was his. He's owning it.
Okay.
He says, the buck stops here. It's one of the hardest decisions I've ever made. I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
Yeah, because if you pay the ransom, you're not so sure that they're gonna give up
No,
everything.
you have absolutely no idea.
So it's just like, and there are a lot of companies that if they do get this ransomware and all that, they'll say, we're not going to do it. We're going and our IT team is basically just going to have to start from the beginning and rebuild everything and try to block all the stuff.
So what happened was somebody stole the password.
Yeah.
Somebody stole account credentials from somebody else. And what that looks like in reality is you put on a sticky note, here's my username and password. That's what the hacker got a hold of. And because they didn't have multi-factor authentication in place, all this happened. And so the CEO told the committee that the cyber criminals accessed Change Healthcare through a server that was not protected by multi-factor authentication, which requires users to verify their identity in at least 2 different ways. And he said, well, now we have MFA, multi-factor authentication, in place across all of our external facing systems.
It's probably like triple instead of the double.
Yeah.
It's probably like, okay, now you need to, and that's the thing is anytime whether you're doing just at home and you're doing social media or you're doing things at work and all that, that 2-factor or whatever authentication is annoying.
Oh yeah.
When you got to do all that
And
stuff.
there's no way around it.
But it is important because you don't want stuff like this to happen.
I've started to put some of that in where it texts me a code or something along those lines, because it's like, I know it's an extra step.
Yep.
I know it's a pain, but the last thing I want is somebody from Vietnam or Russia, because you get those emails that say, hey, somebody from these places tried to hack your account.
Yeah.
Last thing you want is somebody to actually succeed in getting my password, because you have passwords everywhere. Multi-factor authentication helps that.
I believe yesterday
there's IT people everywhere cheering right now.
Yeah, they're like, yes, there should be triple. You should have to do a drop of blood.
No,
because I mean, there's all that stuff. Sometimes there's fingerprint authentication for
biometrics.
stuff.
Yep.
There's I don't mind what does get annoying is when it's like, all right, well, you need to log in on another computer, and it's like, I don't have another computer device in here. Oh, we're going to send you a text message. Well, I don't have my phone nearby. So it is annoying, but like we said, it is important that all this stuff happens. And also let this be a public service announcement to everybody. Update your passwords and make them better than password 1234.
The other thing about this is you think about multi-factor authentication and what a pain it is. Think about what a pain it is to regain your identity if it's been breached. But even if you didn't have anything to do with it, this Change Healthcare breach could have affected about 1/3 of Americans.
That's crazy to think about.
The CEO doesn't have a good number on it, and they're still looking at it and trying to understand it and investigate it. So this is going to be months, if not years, in the sorting out of what all got compromised, what else is out there on the dark web.
Right.
There you go.
Did you see that Google wasn't working yesterday? Did you notice that?
I did not notice that. What happened?
Yeah, I guess it went down for a couple of hours, leaving us unable to Google what was wrong with Google. So East and West Coast had the hardest time connecting to the search engine, and Google Drive and Gmail seemed to be working fine.
Okay.
So I think that's probably why a lot of people probably didn't notice it. If you weren't going to Google, if you were just going directly to sites, you weren't paying attention to it because your Gmail and your Google Drive are working just fine.
Okay.
They did fix it, but I'm sure at some point they'll tell you what happened.
They'll never tell us what happened.
No. You'll have to Google
They'll
it.
keep it. Yeah, we'll Google it, and it'll say, "Did you mean to search for this?"
Yeah.
Did you mean to search for why Microsoft was down?
Check the down detector, and it's working. So we're good.
One last one, and then we'll break away and come back with Moody on the market. But did you see the vending machine car company is doing pretty well?
So this is the company that
Carvana.
So you literally go to a vending machine, or
I mean, it looks like a vending machine. If you drive by the one on the Skyway as you're going through Chicago, you see this big, tall glass windowed building, huge, and it has cars in it. And the idea is, I just want to put in a few coins and get a car out, something like that. Well, that's a little bit more.
But they
than
also will do, like, if you're
deliveries.
If you want to,
if you
want to sell your car, they can come and pick it up.
They'll come pick it up. But shares of Carvana, excuse me, popped more than 30% up during after-hours trading yesterday after the automaker reported record results and turned a profit during the first quarter. Their earnings per share were 23 cents. It was not immediately clear if that was comparable to the loss that they expected of 74 cents, but revenue was over $3 billion, and they only expected a little over $2.5 billion.
Okay.
Carvana reported record first quarter net income of $49 million. Company's gross profit per unit, which is closely watched by investors, was $6,432. So what that says to me is I now know how much I can negotiate.
Well, too, it also,
but you can't negotiate.
It shows that used cars, the quality of being people buying used cars, still happening quite a lot because of the new cars, how expensive they're getting. But you see, I mean, if you looked right now, your car may be worth more than you think. I know a lot of people that have used cars. They're like, I like my car, but I might get rid of it because I can actually get some good money for it from companies like this.
Yeah. They also said the company's performance was driven by efficiency gains in operations, especially the reconditioning of vehicles for sale, as well as selling, general, and administrative expense cuts.
Wow.
So hopefully that's sustainable for them, because I like the idea.
Yeah.
Make it simple.
Yeah, if somebody can, because trying to sell your car,
it's a pain,
is so hard.
Yeah,
I mean, you try to do it, trading it in.
Oh, trading it in, you lose
not
everything.
Really going to get anything.
Yeah.
But trying to sell it in whether it be classifieds or Facebook Marketplace or what have you, it can be difficult and frustrating. And doing something like this, a lot easier to use.
Yep, think so.
All right.
We will have your Moody on the Market update coming up next. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
Rich Brand and Tarek Halsey of IMS Insurance Management Service, your local auto owners agency.
All right. Hey, thanks for joining us for exclusive content. Let's see, what do we got here? Let me do the math real quick. So we've got that one. That's 45, another 30. Oh, and then you've got an ad lib coming up. You got to do the rack.
Right now?
No, that's coming up. Yeah, that's coming up after McGee's Heating.
Okay. Before the top of the hour?
Before the top of the hour. Yeah. So you'll do your ad lib, and then we'll come back and do Moody on the Market.
Okay.
But that's in just a moment.
All right. Let me see.
Well, you don't believe me? Come on over.
I just like to see it.
All right. Right there. It's only going to tell you so much.
I'll do that.
Okay, we're doing it next. Stand by. All right. Thanks for joining us for exclusive content. We'll be back in just a sec.
Hey, what's going on? It's Johnny from The Morning Show, and my friends at Renaissance Athletic Club would love to see you stop by at 501 Graham Avenue in Benton Harbor, especially if you're a young athlete. Ages 10 to 18, you can join RAC for an engaging sports performance camp of skill building and camaraderie at their 2024 Sports Performance Camp. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned player, there's something for everyone. So get ready to sweat and shine with action-packed sessions every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. These camps are going to focus on plyometrics, as well as speed, agility, strength, and recovery training, carefully designed to enhance your athletic ability. You want to secure your spot today. Do not miss your chance for your young athlete to shine at RAC Sports Performance Camp. All athletes going to receive a RAC swag bag at the end of the camp. Space is limited, only 12 athletes per group. You can sign up, learn more about these camps, when the dates are going to be happening, and more. And of course, get yourself signed up. racbh.com. Stop in 501 Graham Avenue and join them for not only these camps and all the other great things they have going on at Renaissance Athletic Club.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
When you want to know Southwest Michigan's business, we got you covered at moodyonthemarket.com. Our team of contributors always on it, telling you about Southwest Michigan, why we love it here, interesting people you should know, and of course, business updates at moodyonthemarket.com. Your update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph, and in Niles.
And when we talk about the buckets that are Moody on the market, the life in Southwest Michigan and why we love it here, the business updates and interesting people you should know, this next story hits pretty much all three buckets because we're talking about the KitchenAid Senior PGA. We're talking about some culinary delights that are coming up for that, and also some of the interesting people around Southwest Michigan who are making it possible. One of the many fringe benefits of having the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship in Benton Harbor is the thousands of people who get to experience for the first time all the treasures we have here in Southwest Michigan. Included in that display, a delightful mix of culinary geniuses from near and far who are going to expose us to their latest food creations. Now, the KitchenAid team has unveiled the slew of celebrity chefs and local talent who will be headlining the 2024 event that's coming up at Memorial Day, including some names you might recognize, others we value so much, we appreciate just having them here in our own backyard.
Absolutely. Some of the celebrity chefs that are going to be there. We've got one of those right here in West Michigan. Abra Barons.
Abra.
Yep. Abra. Abracadabra. That's what they call her. From Grainer Farms.
She's not true.
It's that's what she told me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
When she was in high school. She doesn't like talking about it.
All right.
So she made a name for herself nationally and is an award-winning and best-selling cookbook author. Now, she also brings a worldview approach to her cooking that encourages creativity as well as sustainability, which is really great. You guys had a chance to talk with Abra back in 2023 about her third cookbook titled Pulp, A Practical Guide to Cooking with Fruit.
Yeah, so there's a video interview piece of that you can see there from our 2023 story that we had. And so we not only that, but the star-studded lineup for chefs that are going to be at the KitchenAid Senior PGA. Chef Christopher Cavelli.
Great dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's been there in the past. He's fun.
His protege, Chef Brett Wagner.
Also really good.
Chef, I'm going to let you read this next one.
Alex
Garanashelli will showcase her cooking skills on Thursday, May 23rd. Also, big one here. I can't wait to see this. Chef Carla Hall.
Love Carla
is
Hall.
going to be here.
She's great.
Yeah.
And I think she's been here in the past. She's
I
a good
think
one.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And so if you've not seen her on Top Chef or Top Chef All Stars, you're missing out. She's also on The Chew. So check that out. They're doing something a little different. They're not only bringing in chefs, but they're bringing in some designers for Q&A sessions on custom homes, and I'm sure that includes custom kitchens. So they're bringing in Jasmine Roth, who's going to host a demonstration and a QA session as well. She is on HGTV talking about Hidden Potential, Help I Wrecked My House, Rock the Block, Season 1, building custom homes. So you think Senior PGA, you think, oh yeah, there's some custom homes that people are interested in.
Absolutely.
Jasmine is going to help with that. So
that's fun.
There's also a whole local lineup as well. You can see the entire Masters schedule. It's up there at our article that's on moodyonthemarket.com. Check it out. Deb Saylor's going to be there too.
Nice.
She's going to be doing cheese stuff.
Nice. I did see Brian Maynard's going to be there too.
Yep.
Love that guy.
And then Abra will close it all out on Sunday to close out the weekend of the KitchenAid Senior PGA Tour. The founder and head of Grainer Farm, which again, we want to thank the folks at Grainer Farm, Abra, and all of the crew that helped out. It was a fantastic dinner.
Nice.
Pat Moody was there. And
so you knew it was fantastic. You knew it was going to be good. He only comes out for good stuff.
And I got to tell you, the tour of the farm itself was spectacular. They showed us how they work with, they just have 4 acres, but they do so much with it. And they start everything from seed that they can, and then they put it out in the fields. There was a whole section of garlic.
Nice.
Beautiful garlic out there.
Very cool.
And not only that, but Abra explained the whole process of growing garlic, which I've done before, and it's kind of a mysterious process, but you start it like in October of the year prior. And then one of the secrets is, which I didn't do when I grew garlic, was you're supposed to cut the scape off, the flowering bolt. You're supposed to cut that off when you see it, because A, it's really good and spicy, but B, it focuses the energy down into the garlic bulbs.
Makes sense.
The cloves, and so they get a little bit bigger. And then you age them anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can preserve them longer than that.
Sweet. No, that's great.
So thank you to the Grainer Farm folks for hosting us, Chef Abra Barons, and then also the KitchenAid Senior PGA. it was great. The trophy was out there, so we had an opportunity
Oh, you
to
got to see Alfred.
do some more pictures,
Nice.
selfies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw all those pictures this morning, and I was like, wait a minute, did I miss something? Did I not get invited?
Gotta read your email.
I did get invited, but I was too busy yesterday.
Did
with
you get
another
invited?
thing. I did get invited. There was an invite. There was a let us know if you're coming. We'd love to see you.
Oh, there was an RSVP. Did you RSVP?
No, I didn't RSVP. No.
No problem on that. All right. So that's that. The Moody on the Market update is brought to you by
Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Look at that.
Look
at that.
Look at that.
We're only over time like 10 minutes.
Really?
No, I think we're all right. No. Let's see. We got robotics roundup, right?
Let me see. Let me see if we can get rid of anything.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm
We're only like 2.
I'm gonna get rid of. I'm gonna get
okay,
rid
get
of
rid
two
of that.
things.
Yep, get rid of that one.
Oops. Hang on. Let it happen. All right. I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
And we should be right as rain.
Okay, good. And then we'll go to news
couple
after this.
minutes
Hey, thanks for joining us on the video live stream. We really appreciate you.
Absolutely. And thanks everybody for already wishing me a happy weekend because I will not be here tomorrow.
That's right. It's and you say you've got some school things to do.
I can do. I got some
However,
stuff going on.
I'm also a big believer that there's no such thing as coincidence. And you're celebrating PLINKO de Mayo tonight.
I am
with 19 pounds of pork.
It's going to be. It was me preparing for. I've got some things I got to do in the mid morning, like
right.
Basically right when the show would be ending. I have to be somewhere else, so I was like, I'm gonna have to take off work. But then I've got another thing to do. But it's also I'm gonna sleep in a little bit because I'm probably gonna be in a food coma because of all of the PLINKO de Mayo delicious food. So I was preparing myself for this.
Very good.
Yes. So plus I never take days off. I have about
that's true.
I've been here forever, and I have about like 4 weeks of vacation to use every year, and I don't usually use it. So I'm shaving off some days right now.
All right, we gotta go. So thank you for joining us. Appreciate you, and like and subscribe and all that good stuff.
Bye, everybody.
Have news in a moment.